So if you guys want to succeed in the crypto market sustainably over a long period of time, then you guys need to understand this concept about investing in general, but more specifically the crypto market, okay? Now, this is leading a lot of people to misunderstanding the market, and they think that when prices go down or something happens in the market, that it's abnormal, and it means that things are not according to plan, okay? Or things are not on the trajectory that they thought, okay? We're gonna talk about this concept, and we're gonna talk about what this means and the things that you guys need to understand if you guys are gonna last and if you guys are gonna survive in the crypto market over the long term, okay? We're gonna talk about that right now. Before we begin, I need to let you guys know that nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not your financial counselor. What you decide to do with your money is up to you, and you need to take responsibility for your buys and your sells, okay? Now let's get into the concept. All right, the concept is that, guys, bull market dips are normal, okay? Bull market dips are normal. There's a lot of people in the crypto market that right now, they may have bought late last year, or they were late into the bull market, and they think that because of the fact that they don't just buy something right away, right? That they don't buy something right away and it just doesn't go up forever right away, that there's something wrong, or that, you know, there's a lot of people who will buy a green candle. Let's say Bitcoin goes up a lot, right? And then they'll buy it when everybody's talking about it, when everybody's paying attention, and then it'll take a correction, okay? Maybe they just timed something wrong. Maybe they didn't get everything right, whatever the case may be, right? And now they're mad because they think that as soon as they buy something, it should go up right away, immediately, with no correction. They don't want to stomach any dip. They don't want to stomach any loss, whatever the case may be, okay? And this is and if you guys are in the crypto market, especially if you guys want the big returns, I'm going to tell you guys the truth. And in order for that to happen, you guys need to be willing to stomach corrections after you buy something, okay? You guys need to deal with corrections after you buy something, because if you guys want, let me explain something to you guys. If you guys want 3 to 4x on your capital, 5x on your capital, 10x on your capital, right? That comes with a trade-off. It's not like it's just all sunshine and rainbows, like, oh yeah, I just buy something and it 10x's. It doesn't work like that, okay? It doesn't work like that. If you guys want those returns, there comes pain with it, okay? There comes pain with it. And sometimes that pain is a dip or a correction in the market after you bought, okay? Nothing is for free. Nothing is, there's trade-offs. Big returns comes with big downs as well, all right? Now, in the situation that we're in right now in the crypto market, we're experiencing a dip. We could possibly go lower a little bit more over the next couple of weeks in April. Not financial advice, but then May, June, it's looking more bullish, okay? With all this tariff stuff, things have been choppier right now, okay? But bull market dips are normal, you guys. All right. A lot of people are in the crypto market right now. A lot of people are complaining about, as an example, the Bitcoin price. Okay. A lot of people are complaining about the Bitcoin price. They're like, oh my God, it's taking a dip. I mean, guys, we went from $110,000 to 77 or whatever we went to, 77, 75, which is like a 35% dip midway through a bull market, right? Now, if you look at last cycle, we took a bigger correction, then we went up even higher after that, right? We took a 50% correction on the Bitcoin price, went up to 62,000, then 30,000, and then we rallied up, okay? Bull market dips are normal, you guys. If something goes up from 20,000 to 110,000 in like a year and some change, right? If it goes from 20,000 to 110, you know, at 5X's, a 30% correction is necessary, all right? And in fact, it's actually healthy. It's actually a good thing, because then that means that the price cools off and people take profits, and then they rebalance, and then it actually gives it a better chance to pump harder later, actually. Now, obviously, do people want to stomach dips? Would it be easier if everybody just made quick money? Yeah, of course it would. Of course that would be the best thing, right? It would be the best thing if you were just able to buy the money, or buy the asset, and then the asset just goes up forever, right? But that's not how it works, you guys, all right? If you guys want 10x returns, if you guys want to double your capital, triple your capital, quadruple your capital, if you want to, you know, make a lot of money on the upside, then the trade-off to that is that you guys have to be willing to stomach the downside, all right, of that in the short term, all right? Doesn't mean that it's gonna go down and stay down forever. We know the trajectory that crypto's going, but guys, you guys have to be willing to sit on some bags for a little bit of time. You guys have to be patient. You guys have to be patient, right? There's a lot of people. I know a few people close to me, a few people that don't understand this concept, okay? And we need to talk about this, right? We need to talk about this, that if you guys want to be a success story in crypto, oh my God, he bought it at this price. He bought it at this price. He bought it, you know, he bought Bitcoin under $20,000. He bought Ethereum under $1,000, right? You know, he bought Solana at $12, $15, whatever, right? If you guys want to be those success stories, then you guys have to be willing to accept that when you buy something, it doesn't mean that it's going to go up forever, all right? And that's actually a good thing, right? That's actually a good thing, because if you did, let's say, and there are some people who make fast money in crypto, right? And they don't have to stomach any pain. They just buy a green candle and then they ride it up. Sorry guys, video cut out. We're going to pick up where we left off. So guys, even if you make fast money, right? Even if you make fast money, it's very, very likely that you're not actually going to keep that money, right? It's very likely that you're not going to be able to keep that money, right? You're going to get green candles, and then you're going to rehypothecate that. You're going to move that money, and then eventually you're going to lose it, similar to the meme coin traders, right? They just went from one meme coin to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other, and then Trump coin, pop, down, right? The thing is, you guys, is that people think that crypto is easy, and the people who made a lot of money in crypto, it came so easy and they got so lucky. No, first of all, they put themselves in the position to get lucky, number one. Number two is that they had to, what you don't see is that they had to stomach a lot of pain when their assets dipped 30, 40, 50%. They didn't know if they were right? But the truth is that that's what's required if you want to have long-term success. If you guys think that you're going to buy the bottoms of every single thing and you're going to take profits at the top perfectly, it's not going to happen. Now, can you buy low and sell high? Yeah, but you're just not going to be perfect. You might have to stomach 4, 5, 6, 7 months of correction before you get there. Let's use Bitcoin as an example, right? Let's say you bought Bitcoin when it was at $69,000 and you started buying it at 30, right? At 30, and then it went all the way down to 15, and it took, I don't remember, but it was probably 4 months, 5 months of downward bearish news, price action, but you just held your bags. And now look at the price. It's $77,000, $80,000, and all that money that was underwater is now in massive amounts of profit, right? Now, this is how the crypto market works, and you guys have to understand that with big returns comes corrections. And in the crypto market, in terms of the crypto market's case, you know, and a coin can drop 15% in a day, and it's not that, and that's when you start paying attention to it. If something drops 5%, 10% in a day, that isn't a big deal at all, really. Okay. And the crypto market is very volatile because crypto's in its adoption curve. So that's normal. Okay. That's a normal thing. That's not something in crypto. That's why a lot of traditional finance guys, they come over to crypto because they recognize the returns, but they can't stomach the volatility because they're not used to it. Okay. Bull market dips are normal, you guys. All right. 30% correction in Bitcoin. A lot of people are freaking out about the price. A lot of people are stressed about these tariffs. But you guys have to realize that in crypto world, this is normal price action. Okay? This is business as usual. All right? Even if we go a little bit lower from here, wouldn't surprise me to see more bearish stuff in April. Okay? Or at least chopping. So the price is staying the same and getting a little bit boring. People losing their attention spans on Bitcoin, crypto. All right. And this is the time where you're in the cut. All right. This is the time where you're purchasing assets. You're purchasing good assets, not for right now, not to get rich in a month, to get rich over, first of all, a long period of time. But in the case of this bull market, the end of the year. That's what you're investing for. You're investing for the end of the year because that's where we anticipate M2 global liquidity to peak, which would be September of 2025. And after September of 2025, probably a month or two after that, normally you would probably see the beginning of the bear market. Okay. But for now, that's not the situation. All right. There will be a time to pivot if I'm wrong. Okay. But you guys have to understand that if you guys want the returns in crypto, then you guys have to be willing to stomach a little bit of pain in the price. That's just part of the game. All right. I don't know of anybody who's made a lot of money in crypto that has not stomached a lot of fear in the market, and they haven't, their assets didn't go down for a short period of time before they went up a lot more. All right. That's part of the game. You guys have to understand the game that you're playing. And I'm here to teach you the game that you're going to be playing if you want to get in the crypto market. All right. Corrections are normal. This is not anything that we haven't seen. All right. This is very normal. This type of bull market dip, if you look at the price chart and you compare it to previous 4-year cycles, it's the same exact thing. All right. A lot of the altcoins are down because Ethereum has been underperforming. Maybe I'll make a video about why Ethereum is underperforming, or why I think Ethereum is underperforming, and what it means for the entire crypto market. Basically, with everything going on, World Liberty Financial with Trump and everything like that, I think that Ethereum flips bullish at the end of the year here. There's an ETF with the dividend coming out. All right, there's a lot of good stuff. There's some bullish news. There's some bearish news on Ethereum. It is what it is, right? But guys, dips and corrections are normal. All right. You guys have to understand that if you guys want big returns in crypto, you have to be willing to stomach corrections, 15, 20, 30, 40% corrections, 50% corrections in altcoins case, right? You have to be willing to stomach that because you're not going to get everything right. You're not going to time everything right. But you know what you are going to time right? The long-term trajectory, right? The long-term trajectory of the crypto market is going up. All right. That's what we know, right? That's what we know. So I hope this message is clear to you guys. I hope it's not too kind of a rant video. I probably repeated myself a lot, but you guys have to understand this concept. If you guys are going to survive in crypto, if you guys don't want to be shaken out of the market, you guys want the returns, you guys want the success story of Bitcoin, you guys want the success story of Ethereum, you guys want the success story of these things, you guys have to be willing to, there's a trade-off to those gains. And that trade-off is bull market corrections, sitting on bags for a certain period of time. And that's why people in crypto who do very, very well, it's not all luck, right? It's not all luck. You had to earn it. You earned it a different way, but you have to stomach corrections in the market. all right? And in the current situation's case, all right, it's April 9th right now, and we might even see lower prices in April, okay? Or we just chop, and then, May, June, I think we're looking pretty bullish in those months, okay? So, not financial advice, but that's basically what I'm seeing in the market. So if you guys want success in May and June, then you need to be taking action in April, right? As an example. And maybe if you buy, the prices go lower. So what? You're not buying for now, you're buying for later. What a lot of people will do is they'll tell themselves that they're long term, but they're actually not. They'll buy, and then the prices will dip, and then they'll start panicking, and then they'll sell the positions at the lows, then the price goes up and they regret selling their positions, right? That's the typical mid-curving process to the crypto market. And then people get pissed, and then they blame the crypto market for their investment decisions, for their buys and sells. They blame the crypto market, right? Don't be one of those guys. Don't make excuses, right? Do analysis, take action, okay? And be patient. Patience wins in crypto, okay? If you guys want volatility to the upside, you guys have to be willing to stomach that trade-off, which is volatility to the downside, okay? So I hope this message suits you guys well, and I think that a lot of you guys need to hear this message, okay? You guys, some of you guys need to learn this message. So thank you guys. Hope you guys have a good day. If you guys have not subscribed to the YouTube, thank you so much. For the people who did, 103 subscribers in 5 weeks and a few days. Guys, that was my goal in 6 months. So thank you guys so much for the support. All right. I've been working my ass off for you guys, making these shorts, making these long forms. I really, really appreciate the support. Any engagement is much appreciated. Likes, comments, subscriptions, hit the notification bell so that you know when I post new videos. All right. And hope you guys have a good day. I'll let you guys get on with your day. But Instagram, TikTok, Chase Your Grace. My TikTok is growing pretty quick right now. It's getting a lot of tractions with views. So check those out. All right. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. If you guys want to get coached by me, jump in my Telegram chat and we could do that. All right. We can create a coaching, or even just get on a consultation call and see how your crypto journey is going. And from there, we can figure out what's the best fit for you. Okay. So thank you guys. Hope you guys have a good day. Bless up.